Hello, Mark. We were waiting for anyone that couldn't make it on time. We gave them a couple of minutes. So I think it is time to start. No, this isn't it. So we will start with the presentation now. So to introduce myself, my name is Mattia Vukeda, and I am part of CAD for Africa and CADglobal group, and I'm the person you contact when you need some software for mechanical engineers, whether that be CAD software, something like maybe SolidWorks, Inventor, or IronCAD, our cost-effective alternative to SolidWorks, or SprutCam, which is, let's say, the older version of ENCY CAM. So ENCY CAM has some great new features that are just added upon SprutCam that I already believe is quite good CNC programming program. So let's start with the presentation. So ENCY CAM, besides CNC programming, it also offers robots programming. And I'm not going to lie, I dabble a little bit in robot programming. I'm not that well equipped for it, but from what I've heard, a lot of people say that it is one of the and maybe the best software for programming robots. And a lot of robot manufacturers like KUKA recommend SprutCam, now ENCY CAM, for programming their robots. So they're one of the best on the market. So ENCY CAM is designed to help you facilitate the process of communication on the work floor. So between someone who programs, that's 90% of the cases, that's engineer. So he programs, he sends the ENCY file to the machine, or with USB stick, he sends it to a machine operator and he operates the machine. So a lot of times especially when people are prototyping and in the occasion that there's a lot of things you have to do that aren't manufactured in great amounts, rather it's just one-off job you have to, and a lot of shops do those kind of things. So they do manufacturing of the parts that aren't manufactured anymore, and they do custom parts for their clients. So in that cases, communication, especially in my experience, communication can be, I wouldn't say difficult, but it can get in the way of being time effective, and time effectiveness means cost effectiveness. So as you can see in this little chart, what ENCY wants to do is it wants you to communicate within their cloud. So everyone from engineers to machine operators to your superiors, and they integrate a lot of different new, I would say new programs, but a lot of features that come really in handy. So you have ENCY for programming CNC machines, ENCY Robot for programming robots. You have ENCY Tuner and ENCY Hyper. I will talk more about those two things in a couple of minutes. So you have different applications, and you even have ENCY AI, which is, I think it's based on ChatGPT. It can help you with ENCY code, you can ask it also some technical stuff. What kind of bits you should use, what kind of drill you should use, is there some more effective ways, and it will give you its answer. So as with any AI technology, I would recommend you to always check the answer it gives you. And I personally don't take any answer from any AI at face value. I always tend to double check it because it's AI. It can be, currently it's not smart as us. So, as I said, biggest challenge for CNC programmers and for CNC workshops in general is time-consuming communication and data exchange. I already touched that. So traditional methods, especially if you have a bigger shop that's not that small, doesn't have few people, it has a lot of people, those communications can drag on. So you need to send emails, you need to call someone. I even worked in a shop where a lot of things was done on papers. So you have paper, what you need to do, and if it's not right, I had to go back to my spirit with the paper, wait for him to end his call, wait. I would practically wait for him to free up a little bit of time. And yeah, I had to walk across this, not so huge, but yeah, I would say big plant. So there was a need for seamless collaboration solution that would offer you a quick way to view the files that you have generated, to leave some messages, and to ping and to have catalog that everyone can access. And that is what basically ENCY CAM provides to you. So it's cloud-based collaboration tool, which means that you can program your CNC machines offline without internet. But if you want to share what you have programmed or to leave some notes for someone else in your company, you need to be connected to the cloud. Online chat and project library, as I said, it's pretty useful. And one of the things that it can really help you out is you don't have to go elsewhere, you don't have to click that much, and in the customer experience of people who have transitions from something else, let's say MasterCam to ENCY CAM or from SprutCam to ENCY CAM, they mostly tend to say that they are really happy with it and that communication is much smoother now than it was before. So, NCX platform, as we know, for any of your, let's call them jobs, you first have to go through CAD, you have to design something, then you have to go to CAM, you have to program something, simulate it, and after you are happy with what you have simulated, you have to generate ENCY code. And when you're prototyping, there's always one step in between from ENCY code to sending it to machines and milling or turning the part you want to do. So that step is most often sending some emails or calling your superiors, telling them that they need to do some changes. And if you don't share the file, it can be a bit frustrating. So you have to give them notes, or you have to call them, explain what you want to be changed. But if you are, for example, have multiple licenses for milling, and let's say that you forget to put a chamfer or something benign like that, it's not as easy to go through all that process of communication when you have. It's much better to have cloud where you can access that file, change the programming yourself, generate new ENCY code, and send it to the machine. And a lot of CAM software doesn't really have that good cloud. Maybe Fusion 360, it's cloud based. I would say it's okay, but it's subscription based software, so it's not like you can purchase that software, give a couple of licenses, or have dongled licenses for them to share. You have to have each one subscription per user, and that can be costly. So what is in the ENCY software product suite? So you have ENCY. So ENCY is just for programming CNC machines. So it has a lot of standard milling, mill turning, Swiss turn capabilities. It can do multiple axes. It can do a lot of things that you would expect from high-end CNC program from CAM software. You can also simulate. That's pretty standard. But it also has a lot of CNC machines already loaded within a program, and you can literally see if what you have programmed is possible to machine on your machine. So it knows all the limitations of your CNC machines. It doesn't have all the CNC machines in the world. It would be a lot of work to do, but it has the most common CNC machines on the market. And for ENCY Robot, it's pretty much the same thing. It's a solution for programming robots. It supports robots with any kinematics. It's collision-free software, meaning that it takes into consideration the part and the mechanics of the robot you are programming. So it also offers a zero code builder. It's it's kind of drag and drop. It's really intuitive. It's easy, but since it is multi-axis, when you program it, you have to take into consideration the multi-axisness of the machines. So you have to be really careful about it. These two are things that I think are really neat, and I didn't expect ENCY to have this. To be honest, when they announced ENCY is coming out and you have ENCY Assistant, I just thought they are rebranding SprutCam and and slapping another name on it. But they really made some good changes from adding cloud and having these two options. So ENCY Tuner is really good if your company has a lot of legacy G codes. So if you have some G code that's been used for a long time, and you don't have the file or the program that you have used to generate that ENCY code. ENCY Tuner allows you to input ENCY code and to reverse engineer it into ENCY. So I would say it's opposite of what post-processor does. So post-processor takes your commands you have given in your CAM software and generates ENCY code from that. ENCY Tuner does the opposite. It has the ENCY code and it generates the commands and the part. It generates simulation and not necessarily the part, but it generates this simulation of toolpath. And you have to pick some other things as well, just besides giving it to the ENCY code. You have to pick the machine, you have to pick the post processor, you have to define the tools that are used, and after that you have a really good reverse engineered ENCY code that with some minor changes can be changed and saved again for further changes. And the good thing is it also has CNC controllers so you can just have ENCY tuner on your laptop or computer, connect it to your CNC machine, and you can control it like that. ENCY Hyper. It's similar thing to ENCY tuner. It doesn't have the advanced G-code machining simulation, but it's really advanced controller software. It has real-time execution of tracking. It also gives you sensor data, and you can program the robot on spot with new programming UI. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Another advanced features of ENCY CAM is ENCY AI. So it's the smart assistant, as I told you. So it can help you in a couple of ways. It can help you with ENCY code. For example, it's not always, especially in the older machines that are really easy to program manually. I had experience. I mean, I think that new machines are also easy to program in a simple ways, but I only met the old machine, old CNC machine made in Switzerland, and it was quite easy to program for small jobs, just for drilling a couple of holes or doing a chamfer and those kinds of things. So if you have a situation like that, and as we told before, you have ENCY Tuner installed on your laptop, and you can use ENCY AI to help you generate G-code for a small part that is simple and doesn't need a lot of G-code lines. So let's say just milling a standard rectangle with holes and tabs. It can help you with that. It can also help you review your ENCY code. So if you programmed something in ENCY, you send it to machine, and it's not the part is not coming out in the way that you intended it to. So you can use ENCY AI to help you pinpoint where in the G-code you need to do slight changes to mill the part you want to mill. And the ENCY Cloud, it's probably the biggest step forward from SprutCam to ENCY. It has a lot of good features like mobile app. You can share your parts with everyone within your organization, but what we here at ENCY, what they want us to kind of facilitate is if you have some parts that are not business secrets, or if you do some parts just for the fun of it, you can share it with our ENCY community, and the more we share with each other, the more useful that community will be. And we want it to be a community where you can find some parts that are really, I wouldn't say complicated, but we want to help you save time for some parts that are already made. You can just search it up within the library. And yeah, you can, private, as I said, private cloud, or you can save it on advanced, but open cloud. So thank you for your time. I didn't check if you had any questions. If you do have any questions, please let me know. And if you are interested in further evaluating ENCY CAM, please let me know. I'll give you all the materials needed to get you started, from how to program to how to use some more advanced features. Thank you for your time. My name was Mattia, and I hope we see you in the future. If you're interested, we will have some more webinars on this topic in the future. Can you get more information? Well, Chris, go ahead, ask anything you want. I'll answer it here, or I can give you a call later, whatever suits you more. Alright, Chris, if you're still here, I will send you a download links for ENCY and some materials to get you started. So if you could share your email address with me, I'll be happy, or I can just send it right here. Well, I can't find the links right now. I'll send it to everyone in the mail. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'm here to help you. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me in this webinar. This was more of introductory webinar to SprutCam, where I didn't show you some examples of it. I can show it to you in the next webinars. We want to keep them as short as possible, and to not steal a lot of time from you. And to be honest, I can't concentrate for a long while, for an hour or so. So I know short and useful is what we intend to do. Once again, Chris, thank you very much, and thank everyone for joining us. I hope we see you next time.